everyone, welcome back. So, Still Shining ending explain why Tay and Eon don't end up together. So, Still Shining delivers a finale that feels quite emotional and painfully real because, unlike most K dramas, this doesn't give you a fairy tale ending. So, why did Tay and Eon end, end up together? So, why didn't they end up together? Sorry. And what does the ending really mean? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about Eon's big decision. Throughout the series, Ewan struggled with her past, her pain, her trauma, and even her complicated relationship with So. At one point, she even blames Soul as a way to cope, but as they grow closer, that changes. Ewan begins to understand her, accept her, and more importantly, she starts understanding herself. That's why her decision to leave with So is so important. It's not about running away from Tate, not about giving up on love, it's about choosing herself for the first time. Yon wants to live a life that is undefined by her past, a life where she can heal, grow, and finally find peace. Now let's address the biggest question. Do you Tay and Yon get their happy ending? No, they don't. But that doesn't mean their love failed. In the final airport scene, there are no dramatic promises, no wait for me, no guaranteed reunion. Just honesty. They admit they still love each other, but they also accept that right now they can't be together. And that's what makes this ending so powerful. Tay chooses to stay in Seoul. He becomes a train driver, takes responsibility for his life, and even looks after parts of Yeon's past, like her father's house. Yeon, on the other hand, starts a completely new life in Hawaii. Physically, they are worlds apart, but emotionally, they are still connected. And Tay leaves one small door open. Maybe someday they will meet again. But the story doesn't promise it, and that's the point. So, what does the ending of Still Shining really signify? It's not about closure, it's about acceptance. Sometimes love alone isn't enough. Timing matters, healing matters. Healing matters, growth matters. T and Yun didn't feel as a couple, they simply met at the wrong time in their lives. The separation isn't an ending, it's a step towards becoming better versions of themselves. T learns to balance love with responsibility. Yun finds strength to face her emotion and rebuild her identity. And that's where the title comes in, Still Shining. Even though they are no longer together, their love hasn't disappeared. It still exists, still influences them, still guides them forward. It shines just from a distance. And maybe that's a more realistic than any perfect ending. Because sometimes most meaningful love stories aren't the one that stay, they are the one that change you forever. Thank you for watching. Bye.